Hello, this is Digital Trends Live. I'm Greg Nibbler, and once again, thanks for joining us wherever you are. We really do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, and we get to have some great things on here and great conversations. And that's what's happening next for another edition of Work Life with Ciara Pressler, joining us to talk about important things that affect all of us. Ciara, hello. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's Friday, YOLO and all that.
All of that. Well, with that, and along those lines, you help us out all the time with different things when it comes to work and different things that people are going through. And for this, let's talk about passion. What does that mean?
Yeah, so I am here to talk to you about a YOLO thing. You only live once, so how important is it that you love what you do? This is kind of a recent phenomenon, and it's super popular in American culture, and maybe the younger you are, that you need to be passionate about your work. In my work, coaching people on their business life, on their work life, I'll get people who come to me and they say, my job's great and I like the people and I like the work, but I'm not passionate about it. And so I want to talk about whether that is something you should actually factor in.
Yeah, and that is something, you do hear that kind of terminology a lot about, having passion for it. So is that something, I guess, when you factor this in, where does that kind of come from? How is this something that people can assess?
Yeah, well, of course, feeling like you have to feel 100% about everything in your life all the time is a pressure of our culture, and also something that is really convenient in like marketing and advertising. But we have to look at how life really works from day to day. You're not always going to feel 100% about everything that you're doing, and that is okay. Sometimes you can do something that you're passionate about, and once it becomes your job, you don't feel so passionate about it anymore. When I was in my career change, I was really passionate about running and distance running. And so I thought, well, maybe I should go into the sports industry and work with running. And then I realized, you know what? If I have to show up at 4 a.m. to set up a race instead of showing up at 8 a.m. to run the race, I'm not going to be passionate about running anymore. And so I knew it didn't need to be my full time career because that would actually ruin the passion.
Right, going from that passion to work, and yeah, where that crossover kind of is. So looking at what some of the problems are with passion, I guess, kind of guide us through this. Like, where does the passion come from, and how do you got it? I've never said passion so many times in my life, but I mean, it really is. It's such an important thing. Kind of guide us through this. What should we know?
Yes. So what you need to know is that passion come from enjoying what you're doing in the moment and being present. So you don't necessarily have to feel great about something all the time in order to feel moments of passion. I prefer to think about work and tasks that energize me, that help me to feel in flow. I like things better once I am better at them. So the more I practice something and gain some expertise, the more I like it. My environment also matters a lot. So working with people I really enjoy being around creates a feeling of passion about my work because I develop really friendly and good feelings about my team. And then that makes me enjoy the work I'm doing more, which leads to passion. So you don't necessarily have to know when you're looking for work, looking for a career, deciding on a job that you're going to feel passionate about it every single day. Something you can also develop over time in a career that you're choosing or in the job that you have right now.
So it's something that can kind of come and go. I think that's definitely interesting, or something to take into factor. Like, if it's not like, okay, I don't love this right this moment, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world. That can kind of change as time goes. So for somebody who's looking out there, but does want to love what they do, and wants to figure that out, what are some different things they can do to try to follow that path?
Sure. So, experiment, get curious, follow that curiosity. What do you want to learn more about right now? Always interview people who are in jobs that you find interesting, career paths that you're interested in taking, especially if you're thinking about going back to school, retraining, doing some sort of career development program. Talk to people who've been through it and get their experience. Of course, for you, it might be different, but it'll give you some more insight about what it's really like to be inside that career. Also, it's never been easier to create a side hustle. So you can always go out and try something on the side before dedicating full time to it. sometimes passion is a privilege and you just need to pay the bills. And especially now when the economy can feel a little bit uncertain depending on which industry you're in, to feel like you have to be doing what you love all the time. Sometimes your job and the benefits that it provides for you or the compensation that it provides for you gives you the opportunity to pursue the things you're passionate about on evenings and weekends and in your spare time.
Nice. That is great advice, actually, and I love that. Even thinking about it from that standpoint too, of one thing can fuel the other thing. That's great. Well, for everybody out there, and again, if you have anything else you want to add in too, please tell us. But if not, where can people find out more information about what Ciara is passionate about?
You can definitely go to pregamemagazine.com. That is a great content site that I am the editor of. And if you just search passion, you'll see not only my take on the topic, but other people's as well. And of course, catch up with me on social media. I'm at the Mayoress.
The Mayoress, indeed. Ciara, as always, thank you so much for being here. I love these segments. I want to remind everybody, too, we've got these up at digitaltrends.com. People can go back through and take a look at it, especially right now as we're all kind of, everybody's career is a little bit different right now, regardless of where you're at in it. So there's always some great advice there. And Ciara, thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.